Let's build a custom GPT whose sole purpose is to help us generate new ideas for our show. So you're going to need to be logged into your ChatGPT account, and then in the lower portion of the left menu, you choose yourself and then My GPTs. You get to this menu and you choose the plus for create a new GPT. And it brings you into the creation mode. All of your configuration and parameters you're putting on the left, and the preview of what that GPT would look like is on the right. So, again, the thing I love about ChatGPT is that it just walks you through this process. So I'm going to say, I would like a GPT that helps me brainstorm ideas for my entertainment hypnotism show. It's going to start configuring, and it's going to ask follow-up questions. I guarantee there's no way that that one sentence is going to get us automatically where we need. So let's see what GPT wants to know next. How about we call this GPT Hypno Helper? Let's call it New Routine Brainstorming GPT. All right, so now it's given it a name. Now it's going to make a profile picture, and it's going to ask me if I approve of that, if I'm okay with that. It's a little hypno brain. I like it. I love it. Let's refine the context for the new routine brainstorming GPT further. What types of hypnotism routines are you most interested in? For example, are you looking for comedy-focused act, audience participation, or something else? This will help tailor the GPT suggestion more closely to your needs. All right, I perform mostly for college-aged audiences, so I need new material that is culturally relevant to American men and women between the ages of 18 to 22. It's going to update, and we'll see what else it asks. Hopefully it's going to keep asking more, and we're going to keep refining and refining. Now that we've tailored the context to focus on culturally relevant material for college-age audiences, let's move to the next step. In terms of interaction, should the GPT focus on suggesting ideas where the audience is mostly watching, or do you prefer routines that involve audience participation? Most of the audience is going to watch routines, but I do also offer the opportunity for the audience to vote on what should happen on stage using polling software. So for the routines you help me create, it would be helpful if there are 3 variations for each routine the audience can vote on. Now I've never done this before. GPT may not be able to really comprehend this. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. I've done plenty of things with ChatGPT where it's built ideas, but never before where I've never asked it to take an idea and spin it into 3 different versions. We've now incorporated the aspect of audience participation through polling into the GPT's context. To further refine, how do you want the GPT to balance between traditional hypnotism elements and more modern, innovative concepts? This balance will guide the GPT in creating routines that align with your show's style and audience expectations. Great question. Let's see. I like my show to provide opportunities for the hypnotized volunteers on stage to act much like an improv comedy troupe. So if the ideas that are generated are often character-based or situations that would lend to improv comedy, that would be helpful. So a key element here is what I hope you understand in seeing me do this is I have a real articulate understanding of how I want my show to work. And ChatGPT is only going to be able to help me generate materials that serves my show concept to the extent that I can help it understand what my show concept is. Like, otherwise it's just going to give me a bunch of bad output. Now let's think about personalization. How would you like the GPT to communicate with you? For example, do you prefer a formal tone or something more casual and friendly? Casual and friendly. So it has taken me through the creation process, and now what it wants me to do is test it, and that's what it's going to want you to do as well. So now we shift from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. And this is where you would start getting it to test output. And I'm going to make a separate video for that. But what I do want to say right now is the work we've put in here, nothing matters if you don't hit this save button up here in the right. If I was to stop right now and leave this GPT, it would not be saved. So when you're setting up custom GPTs, make sure you hit this save button. And then as you keep working on adjusting it, you keep hitting the save button for it to save the most recent version of that GPT that you're creating. I'll make another video to show you how you do that next.